Are you a high school basketball player that's ever gotten to the end of summer and thought, what happened? Where did summer go? School's starting again, and I don't even feel like I had a summer. It just was like a blink of an eye. I mean, maybe you had all these goals of improving your game over the summer, and you just didn't get any better. You just didn't get anything done. Or maybe you were so busy over the summer that you forgot to have fun. Well, today I want to share an exercise so with this upcoming summer, you don't look back at the end of it and have those same regrets. Let's jump in and discuss. Welcome back to Heart Smart Together. I'm Coach Dave. I'm here every week to help basketball players become the smart, confident players that coaches love. So summer is upon us again. It is just around the corner, and I want you to have a great summer, okay? And so in order to have a great summer, you have to have a vision for what a great summer would be for you. You have to have that vision. Otherwise, summers are so short now, before you blink your eyes, school year's starting again, and you're saying to yourself, what happened and where did summer go? Okay? Now, when you have a vision for what you want out of something, you have to have a vision. Because if you don't have a vision, your own vision, guess what? Somebody else is going to have a vision for you. And that could be a coach, that could be a parent, that could be a group of friends, that could be anyone that cares enough about you to kind of see maybe you don't have a vision or what they think your vision should be, and they'll kind of plug it in and give you a vision. That's why it's so important for you as an individual to have your own vision. And it's only through having this vision that you're going to be able to come up with what you're going to do this summer, whatever the case might be. Now, I'm going to give you an exercise. It's kind of revisiting an exercise we've used before, but it's so powerful. I love to do it, and we're going to do it for this summer. Before I get into that, I want to remind you, if you haven't already downloaded the 8 intangible skills that coaches love to see in players, well, do that, because I'll put a link in the description below. You can simply go to hardsmarttogether.com/intangibles, and I'll get you this PDF. It is just a checklist of these skills with some ways that you can apply it, and coaches love these skills. So, what is this exercise that we're revisiting? Like I said, we've gone over this before in past videos, but it is for a longer period of time. But this is an exercise you can break down into segments, and I think summer is a great time. So what this exercise that we talked about before was the best 3 years of your life. Because coming up with a vision for a long period of time like that is really important when it comes to, breaking down your goals, breaking down your activities. But for something like summer, you can do the same thing. And so I'm going to call this exercise today the best summer of your life, okay? And this is going to give you a vision for what you want your summer to be, and then you can come up with your goals and your activities for your vision for your summer, okay? So, real simple exercise, and this is something that you can journal out. I love to write it down because it really solidifies that vision. But here's the exercise. Think to yourself, it's the end of summer. So we've already gone through summer, this upcoming summer, and it's the end of summer, it's the beginning of the school year, and we run into each other, and I say, how was your summer? I haven't seen you all summer. How was it? And you say, Coach Dave, this was the best summer of my life. And I go, wow, it's a pretty bold statement. I want to hear more. Come on, give me the details. So we sit down and we start chatting, and you tell me in detail everything that went on over the summer, which made it the best summer of your life. Now, for you, that might be an unbelievable, travel season with your AAU team. It might be, getting better on the basketball court. It might be, spending really good quality time with a group of friends that you haven't had a chance, busy school year to spend time with. Maybe it's family vacation. It doesn't matter what it is. It's your vision. It's not my vision for you. It's not a coach's vision for you. It's not parents' vision for you. It's your vision of what would make it the greatest summer of your life. Okay? So you would talk about basketball. If basketball, there's a basketball channel, it's probably a big part of your life. So you talk about what you did and how you improved over the summer. You'd talk about those friends. You'd talk about the activities you did. You'd talk about your family. You'd talk about travel. You'd talk about every bit of your summer. And the exercise is simple. Basically, you've got to ask yourself a question. What would have to be true in this future world at the beginning of next school year to make that statement true? To make the statement, last summer was the best summer of my life. So you think forward to next school year. What would make that statement true? And then write it all out. It's only through coming up with that vision that you can then come up with your goals, your activities, okay? But you've got to have a vision for yourself. If you don't have a vision for yourself, somebody else will plug in a vision for you. And it might not be your vision. So that is your activity for today. Hopefully when this is over, you're going to go grab your journal, grab your player's journal, grab a sheet of paper, and just think over this activity and jot out, what's your vision for this summer. If this was helpful, please give me a like, give me a comment below. Maybe share a little bit of your vision in a comment below. Would love to hear from you, the community out there, what some of you want out of this summer. What would make this coming summer the best summer of your life? And until next week, remember to play hard, play smart, and play together. See you next week.